Good morning and welcome again to Vancouver Island Bushcraft. I'm heading out into the bush. I'm going to do a solo overnighter. The forecast looks like a little bit of rain, not too bad. We have the fire ban still on. It hasn't rained enough yet, so I'm going to be testing out those two stoves that I have, see how they work, and I'll see you there. I got a pretty good kit. I'm going to show you the kit right now, packed up, and then when we get there I'll show it to you a piece at a time and show you what I have. So I'll swing you around here. Got the bear spray, of course. I have a couple of knives. This one here is going to be on my hip, and this one here I'm going to be making into a spear for protection. The backpack, she's all packed up, good to go. Got the Silky Katana Boy folding saw for cutting firewood. I'm going to be cutting a bunch of firewood to let it season over the summer, so when the fire ban is out, we'll have some good wood. Got all my combat clothes over here, changes of clothes just in case I need it because it's wet. Got the crossbow for protection. I'm gonna swing around over here. Got a monocular sitting here, always have that. And got the axe for processing wood with my homemade axe cover, made that myself. And that's about it. I'll show you the insides of it when I get there. So I'll see you in a few hours in the bush. Okay, so I've come to the bivouac here and got the pack down, and first things first, I'm going to think about some safety, just in case there's a bear around or some kind of issue. I want to make sure that that's all taken care of with the bivouac. First things first, right? So we'll take this off. We'll have this all good to go up here. And bear spray right here. And that's good to go there. Now what we want to do is, I'll just get out of frame here for just 1 second. We're going to make ourselves a spear. So I think we'll use the ground end. And let's see if we can find an end here. Paracord, but it's all tangled up. There we go. Alright, so we'll get a fair amount of paracord. Cut that. Get this out of here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lash the knife onto the stick. So I'm going to make a Canadian jam knot. So basically I'm just making a knot, and then I'm making another one, but I'm not closing it. So just like that. And I'm just going to take the other end and put her in here. There we go. So I'm just going to close this now. So now we have a good little slip knot that self-tightens. Place this on here. Now keep in mind this knife is pretty sharp, so when you're doing this you got to be really careful. And just going to cinch it up. These Canadian jam knots cinch really nice. Oh, and we're just going to keep doing this all the way around, making sure it's nice and tight. You want this pretty secure. If you have to actually use this, you don't want it coming apart, obviously. This paracord holds 550 pounds, so it's pretty strong stuff. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in between always being careful. That is a sharp blade. This one happens to be razor sharp, so I'm really paying attention to the position of the blade. And I'm going to start to come around this way again. And basically I'm just wrapping it, right? Nothing special, but just nice and tight the whole time. And that's pretty tight. I'm just going to put my finger here. Keep it tight. And wrap this around a couple times. Paracord's famous for getting loose. So you want to do this a couple times. And that tightens it up pretty nicely. There we go. And just grab our little more here. Cutter. Always try to return your knives as soon as you use them. And there we go. This is a fairly good spear. Extremely strong. It's not going anywhere. And I feel way more protected in the woods walking around with one of these. So that's the security part of it. I've got the crossbow, got the knife, got the bear spray. I'm pretty good here, I think. Don't have to worry too much about anything. So let's talk about what's in the backpack. All right. Hopefully everybody can see what's going on here. Okay, first of all, I have an axe with my handy dandy cover. I have increments of 1 inch in case I need to measure anything while I'm building something. I have my mat. I have my fuel in there actually as well for the one of the stoves. I have a small tarp with some paracord, but I use this tarp for the front here for the dirt so that when I'm getting up and down from bed, I have a nice clean area to walk on with my stocking feet. Let's see here. Got a pillow. This bundle is, it's got a combat jacket, combat liner for the jacket, and a pair of combat pants. So if it gets cold, which I don't anticipate it getting cold, I have that just in case. Let's see here. I got the Silky Katana Boy. I'm going to be going through a little bit of cutting wood in a little bit later, but really good. Saw, 7 more arrows. There's 3 in the quiver, and 7 more here for a total of 10, which is plenty. You don't need to have a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. All right, cup of sugar, KFS set. This is just kind of sitting all at the top. These are broadheads for the arrows. I might end up changing them out to broadheads, maybe not, I'm not sure. Gloves for the a glove for the fire, and some gloves to wear if I'm picking some stinging nettles or something. I don't want to get pinched. My sarong, I think it's called. Great for mosquitoes at night. You just put it over your head. It's very light. My fat-free condensed milk. Some soap. I got the Grail for water purification. I got some freeze-dried food. This is teriyaki rice, chili macaroni, and some dried soup. If I decide to do the wild edibles and soup thing, I might do that. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet. Some long underwear and a toque. Some wipes. Got them from Montana's. My trusty kettle for my cedar tea. This is my cook stove. It's old school. Put a Coleman fuel thing on there, and you light it. A little heavier than most. I got a lighter one coming, but still works pretty good. Some coffee. I have a coffee percolator. I'm going to show you guys how to use this. Another way of making coffee in the woods. It's kind of cool, actually. Here's the tanks. These are pretty big tanks. I wouldn't suggest going on a long hike. This is a pretty short hike, so I got two of them. They're about half full, so they're not overly heavy. I brought a lot of stuff with me because, like I said, it's a short hike. Here's the second stove. We're going to actually use this for real this time, and not just in my office. A cloth. A little cutting board. Can't stress enough how handy these things are when you're trying to cut stuff up. Doing stuff on the ground is a real pain in the butt. Paracord, another hat. That's about it for that side. What do we got over here? Bug spray. And a garbage bag to pack out any of the stuff that I have here. I try to leave everything nice and clean. Other side. This is all my illumination stuff, extra batteries, but it's a flashlight and a headlamp for the night. I'm not going to be fire, so I'm going to need illumination, obviously. Oops. All that stuff up there. Let's see here. Oh, and last but not least is my my first aid kit. This is a pretty skookum first aid kit. It actually even has a suture kit and everything. When I was in the Army, I was a medic. So I have a fair amount of experience on how to deal with trauma. So I wanted to make sure that I had a fairly good pack. It's just absolutely packed with all sorts of stuff. Believe it or not, these feminine napkin things are so absorbent, really good for wounds. A friend of mine told me about these. We never use these in the hospital, but I got these in here. Excellent for absorbing wounds. So yeah, really good first aid kit. This is pretty important to have. That's about it for my kit. I'm going to do another segment for my my sleeping bag and my mat. Yeah, they're kind of unique, and I'll do that in another segment. Okay, so I'm going to take the sleeping bag and mat out and give you a little bit of information of the kind that I got. All right, believe it or not, this is my sleeping bag. It's good to +2, which is pretty much 11 months out of the year in Vancouver Island. And it's obviously incredibly small. And this is my air mattress, which again is incredibly small. I'm going to read to you the stats on this. I have it on my cell phone here, so bear with me. Okay, this is called a SynMat HL Dual. This is actually for 2 people because I like to have a lot of room. And it's good to -6 degrees Celsius. And it's got 60 G/GMs of Kexpad. Total microfiber, provides outstanding insulation and is laminated in the upper and lower sides, which is pretty cool. It weighs 20 grams, which is 0.71 of an ounce. And yeah, it's just amazing. It comes with a self-inflator. 20 grams, dual size, which is wild. And the sleeping bag, let's see here. Sleeping bag is an Aegis Max Outdoor Ultralight Goose Down sleeping bag. It's a 3-season sleeping bag. And let's see what the stats are here. Okay, it weighs 52.8 grams. 52.8 grams. This thing like weighs nothing. It's absolutely amazing. It shrinks up to 12 centimeters by 21 centimeters. And I can actually shrink up more if I use this compression sack. So these are the 2 things I'm going to be sleeping on tonight. And first time using them, we'll see how they work. They weigh nothing. It's unbelievable how little they weigh. It's really kind of cool. I have all my stuff set up here. Actually, I'll swing you around and I'll show you. It's always good to have your area set up. I'll put this axe back. Always put the stuff back when you're done with it. So yeah, basically I got this all set up. And you can see how handy it is to have a table. Like this is waist height. And I don't have to bend down for anything. Everything is right here, ready for me to use. Really handy, keeps the camp really nice and clean. Nice clean water. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how I process some of the wood here. I'm doing the wood processing, like I said earlier, for when the fire ban is off. I'm not going to be making a fire. I use this guy, the Katana Boy, Silky Katana Boy. I'm sure as bushcrafters you've all seen these things. I mean, they're quite amazing. I use the full-size one here pretty much for everything. I'm a pretty big guy, so I don't find it awkward at all to use it with one hand. But yeah, this is quite the saw. These things are razor sharp, and sure makes short work of processing wood. So I got this thing done here, and all I got here is a piece of wood across with some paracord, and it allows me to cut wood without bending down. So I just finished getting a dead standing piece here. This is rotted on this side. So I just push it through like this. Get the size that I want, and then with one hand just cut out my wood piles right there. I just chuck it on the wood pile, bring it in, and keep going. You can process an awful lot of wood this way. This is not difficult for my arm or anything. If you're a little smaller, maybe you might want to use a smaller saw. But this just makes short work of getting a lot of firewood really, really quickly. And as you can see, this saw cuts through. I think this is it's probably fine. It's hard to tell because it's dead standing and there's not much left of it. These saws only cut on the pull, not on the push. So you got to really pay attention to only putting pressure this way. A little bit different than, this is from Japan, and it's a little bit different than the ones here in North America. You can see how much wood I'm going through without any issue at all. I'm going to show you also one of the things this is really good for. It's pretty long still, but what you do is just put it between the two pieces of wood and you can just break it as you go. Once it gets to a certain thickness, you can do this pretty easily. Like I'm processing enough wood in an hour to last probably 2 days. But it's all about using your head, using common sense, not having to bend down, using the right tools, use what nature gives you, and it just makes it real easy. This is about a 30-foot tree, and I've processed it in about 2-3 minutes. I'm not bending down. There's no need to bend down, no need to do anything. So that's how I process wood, and I do 9 or 10 of those, and I got enough wood for a couple days. Okay, so I'm going to make a cup of coffee, and I'm going to use this percolator. This is actually kind of a neat way of making coffee. Another way of making coffee, I know. So you unscrew this, like so, and you have your little coffee thing here. I have this filled with water already. Just oh no, dropped you guys. All right, there we go. All right, just to make life easy for myself, I've got the water in here already. And basically you put this down and you put the coffee in here. So you got some coffee. And oh, one thing that I did too is I put this much coffee, and then I put the condensed milk. I have two, I forgot I had one in here, inside this, which worked really good because it saves space. And I actually have on the cover, don't tip to remove, coffee under can, so that I don't tip this and get coffee all over the place. Okay, anyway, that's a little side note anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put the coffee in here, fair little amount, and then you just screw this on. And you put her over the fire, and it starts to percolate, and you got some coffee. I'll see you when she starts percolating. Okay, I was going to just show you the percolation after the fire, but I thought I'd show you this stove here. Cover the bottom on. You just screw this in. You can get these at Canadian Tire. They're actually pretty cheap. They're a little heavy, but I don't really mind carrying in weight. I got trained to do that in the military, and I don't mind doing that. There we go. You kind of get used to it after years of playing around with heavy packs. Okay, so we're just gonna turn that on, and you got a fire. We're gonna just chuck this on here, and then when she starts to boil, it'll make a bunch of noise, and I have coffee. Pretty easy setup, breaks apart pretty easy. Tanks are a little heavier than those, you know, those backpacking light, smaller ones, but not a lot. So yeah, works pretty good. Okay, she's percolating. Let's have some coffee. Nice. My actual spoon. Put a little condensed milk in there. And we've got ourselves a nice cup of coffee. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah. This is really nice. It's beautiful out here. No noise, some birds chirping, and that's it. Sitting here with my coffee, and yeah, it's nice. Nothing like this. If any of you are watching this video and you've never gone out and done any kind of bushcrafting, man, you don't know what you're missing. This is great. Those of you who bushcraft know what I'm talking about. These are the moments you live for. Oh, that's good. Oh, hey, I'll swing you around and show you the mattress and the sleeping bag set up here. There you go. Trying to get dizzy. There, she's all set up. And check out how big that mattress is. I mean, this thing is huge. Oh, this is going to be so comfortable tonight. I can't wait. Only we could have a fire. It's the only thing missing. Love camping and having a nice fire, but just can't. It's just, everything is so dry, it's bone dry. All the tinder and everything is just easy to break. It makes collecting firewood pretty easy, but you wouldn't even want a chance having a fire right now. Anyway, I'm going to finish this cup of coffee and maybe do some more firewood, or maybe just relax. You guys ever use these fall weaving pants? These are the what kind are these? G1000. Bought these online from the company. They're about 200 bucks Canadian. And I mean, they're good. I wear them quite often. But I don't know. They were waterproof when you get them. But after your first wash, they're not waterproof. You're supposed to use beeswax. And you can imagine it would take like, I don't know, 2 hours to completely waterproof these again with beeswax. A little bit disappointing. I like the fact that the ankles close in. And they have knee pad area. But what's crazy is, I bought the pants and then I decided to get their knee pads. So I bought their knee pads, and originally there's a hole here, and you put them in. But the problem is that the knee pads fall down, so they're actually below your knee. They were useless. They wouldn't work. So I actually cut a hole in the top, and then stitch here, here, and here, and then bring it in from the top. And now they work. But I mean, if you own that company and you're listening to this, make the hole in the top and make these pads fit snugly so it's over the knee. Because literally you put these in when you get them and they're below the knee, which could be dangerous. If you think you have knee pads and you go down hard on cement, you could take a knee out pretty good. So overall, they're not bad. They burn pretty good. As you can see, there's a hole here. But all pants will burn if you're close to the fire. I have a tendency to be close to the fire. But I wear them. I've corrected this problem. As for waterproof, well, I just don't worry about it. I just stay out of the rain, and if I have to go in the rain, I'll use rain pants. They rip pretty easy too. I got a rip right here. This is my sewing job. I had to sew this up. But I have Canadian combat pants, and they have the cinch on the bottom, and they have the knee pad areas, but they're 60 bucks as opposed to 200. And they're ripstop. You can't rip them. They're made for our war, of course, and they're really durable. I think you can still get the combat pants at that Coombs surplus store, although he said he's only got 1 or 2 pairs left, so maybe not. Yeah, I'm wearing these. I'll probably start wearing the combat pants. They're a little bit lighter for the summertime. I wouldn't pay another $200 for another pair. I'll use them, but once they're destroyed, I'm not going to buy another pair. I have 4 or 5 pairs of Canadian combat pants. I'll probably wear those instead. What do you think? Give me your comments and your views on these Foraging G1000 pants, if you happen to have a pair. You ever try using the pads? And have you ever compared them to military combat pants? Let me know in the comments. Alright, just going to go grab some cedar tea. Got my spear, and going to head out this way. There's no cedar anywhere around here, which is the strangest thing. So yeah, I'll let you know when I get there. Okay, here it is. This is literally the only cedar tree anywhere in this area, believe it or not. It's just there's no cedar anywhere. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna grab some nice young shoots here. That should be plenty for my cedar tea. All right, heading back. Oh, look at that old stump. Not much left of that. Guess what that is? Fatwood. It's kind of crazy. They're everywhere. Yeah, another one here. Some pretty good forestry stuff going on 50 years ago, I guess. But yeah, this is all dead. That's fatwood. That's not fatwood. That's fatwood right here. Yeah. Another big sucker right here. Fatwood. No. You can feel it. It's solid. Yeah, feel that? That's solid rotten. That's solid. So fatwood. Another tree right here. Not much left of this guy. It's all rotted out. That's fatwood right there. Fatwood right there. Huh. Anyway, Okay, heading back. Okay, almost at the bivouac. Hey, any of you guys know what this is? I found this. Actually, a buddy of mine found this. Sitting, it was like right over there. And it's all got rivets, which of course they don't do anymore. It's in a logging area. I'm thinking it's like a compressor or something, but if any of you guys know what this is, let me know in the comments, because it's kind of cool. Okay, let's get back to the bivouac here. All right, got my cedar, got my little coffee packs in case I don't want to use the percolator, and we're good to go. Okay, I just thought I'd lay down on this mat to see how it's like before the nighttime. And wow, is this ever comfortable? This is incredibly comfortable, and it's so wide. I don't know what those manufacturers are thinking. All the other pads are 24 inches, 2 feet, like for 12-year-old kids or something. Anyway, this one's nice and wide. I'm nice and comfortable. I got my inflatable pillow, 3/4 inflated, and I'm kind of move this over here. I don't know if you can see. I can't see what you're seeing, but I have a stump, and then my backpack, and then the pillow, and this gives me just the same rise as if I had the same pillows in my bed. So it's pretty darn comfortable. And up here I have my my light, because when it's dark I can't see anything. It's literally pitch black. So when I want to get up, I just have to put my hand up, and my hand hits the light, and then I can turn it on. And then if I need to go to the bathroom or whatever, I can do that. So I think I'm gonna get some shut-eye. This is pretty darn comfortable, and I've had some coffee and done a few things, so I'm just gonna relax now and maybe take a little bit of a siesta. Good night, guys. Okay, I'm gonna cook myself up a little bit of cedar tea. I just got a kettle, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's just filled with, you know, cedar leaves, nothing crazy. And just cover that up, and we'll start up the stove and have some cedar tea. Go. That shouldn't take too long. And well, that was a good little rest. Okay, we're gonna let this come to a boil and have some nice refreshing cedar tea. Okay, she's come to a boil, and we'll just let this sit for about 10 minutes or so, and we've got ourselves some cedar tea. Alright, cedar tea is steeped. That's pretty hot. That's perfect. Just the right color. Still too hot to drink, but we'll just let that sit for a second. We got ourselves some nice cedar tea. Hey, did you guys notice this this seat? It's it's like a plastic seat like you get at Walmart. And on the way down here, when I started this bivouac, somebody had dumped a bunch of garbage, and this had like one leg and part of a back. So I decided to bring it in with me and busted it up with a knife, so it's just the bottom part. And then when I was digging out the bivouac here, I made the edge the same shape as my back, and I have a paper bag or a plastic bag, so my back doesn't get wet in wetter seasons. And it's kind of neat because it's like I'm in a recliner. I'm sitting on the seat, which is ergonomic, obviously, and you sit back and you put your head back, and it's literally like you're sitting on a recliner in the living room. It's one of the things when you're camping. You're either sitting on the ground cross-legged, or you're sitting on a stump, or even on the pad. It's just not what you would normally do when you're at home. So why not be comfortable? I can sit here and really comfortable, relax back. Later on tonight, I have my cell phone, and I downloaded a couple of Netflix videos. You can do that. You can download, because there's no service here. So I downloaded a couple of them, and later on I'm going to be sitting like this with my cedar tea or my coffee, watching a video. I mean, this is bushcrafting. You know, you don't have to suffer. You don't have to sit on a log, or, you know, sit on the dirt if you don't want to. I don't mind doing that sometimes, but this is pretty comfortable. So yeah, if you get a bivouac or a bug out shelter and you want to be comfortable, take one of these, bust her down, bring it with you. It's an inconvenience for the hour that it takes to bring it in, but once it's here, you can leave it here and you're nice and comfortable. And you're digging out your bivouac, keep in mind, have a back rest, make sure you have a head rest, and it doesn't get any more comfortable than this. I'm going to have my cedar tea and then just enjoy it. Okay guys, there's some big fucking animals coming up here. Shit. You guys hear that? Oh, okay. It's an elk. Can you guys see it? I'm not gonna move. That freaked the hell out of me. I thought it was a bear. There it is, right in front of us. It's pretty big. I think there's two of them. It's totally smelling me. These can be a little dangerous if they get too close, but they get scared pretty quick too, so I just have to make a noise if it gets too close, then it'll go away. There's another one coming. I can hear it. At least I hope it's an elk. It probably needs some water. There's one to my left. There's something making noise behind me as well. Holy crap, there's something on the left there. I don't know what it is. It's really big. Shit. Okay, guys. Okay, it's leaving. I don't think it's any kind of bear. I think it's just definitely just the elk. There's like 3 of them now. I don't know if you can hear the noise. There's some people behind me about 300 yards and they're making noise. That's why they freaked out. Oh yeah, there's 2, 3. Okay, that freaked the crap out of me. They're literally like 50 yards away. They're running. Okay. Do you guys hear that? Jeez. I think there's like 4 now. There's a whole herd of elk. And they're running. Just keep going by one after another. I'll turn you around. I don't know if you can see anything. There they are. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Sorry about the swearing, guys, but that was a lot of noise, a lot of crashing. It's either an elk or a bear. Could have easily have been a bear. Okay, I'm gonna shut this down. Okay, they're staying around 50 yards or so. They're not dangerous overly. They get too close, I can just make noise, but if they decide to get aggressive, I'm going to have to defend myself, obviously. I'll do everything I can not to hurt them. Obviously, I have no use for doing that. That would be ridiculous. I do have the bow set up. I have a broad point on there, and it's cocked in case I need it, but I think we'll be fine. If they get too close, I'll make some noise. But they're just basically everywhere right now. There's right there, right there. So I'll just keep an eye. I'm pretty safe here, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I think they're gone. That was interesting. The fear, of course, is not so much the elk. They can be frightened away pretty quickly. It's the reason why they're running. It could be definitely a bear chasing them, something like that. So you have to be pretty on your toes. At one point there was about 200 degrees worth of noise from one side all the way to the other, and it ended up just being a herd going by, but it could have definitely been 2 or 3 being chased by a bear, and at that point, of course, I would be in a little bit of danger. So it's all good, and we can get back to a nice, easygoing bushcraft experience. And hope you guys enjoyed the footage. I hope there was footage. I hope you guys were able to see it. I can't tell what you guys are seeing on this GoPro, so but there was some pretty good noise, and I think some pretty good pictures of these guys moving across. They're about 200 yards out right now, and they're moving away. So if they get close again, I'll let you guys take a look again. So all right. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of supper here. Got some chili mac, and we're gonna put 4 cups of water to a boil, and then put her in the package here. It says to put the contents in the water, but we're gonna put the water in the pouch and go from there. I don't usually eat these, so this is my first time having these dehydrated meals. So let's see how it goes. This is from Wise Company. I guess just one of the many companies that have dehydrated food. Okay, so let's start this guy up. There we go. And I have 4 cups of water in here. And as soon as she comes to a boil, we'll open this up and put them in there. And we got to wait, let's see, 12 to 15 minutes while it's in there. And then we have ourselves some chili macaroni. Let's see how it goes. Alright, are we recording here? I think we are. Yes. Yes, we are. Okay. Alright, we've got a rolling boil. Oh, probably should have opened up this this handle here. It's way too hot. I'll grab a pair of gloves that heat proof. All right. There's a good lesson, eh? Always open up those little handles before you start heating anything up. All right. So we're gonna pour it in here. All right. Looks like it's all good to go. And then we wait 15 minutes, I guess. Seems to be holding the heat. It says to put the stuff in the water, so but it doesn't seem to be bursting. Everything seems to be fine. All right, we'll see what happens in 10 minutes. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes or so. I put the bag inside this container. It's just kind of flimsy, so it's just a lot easier to eat like this. Plus, it's not that hot to hold, and this way I don't have to clean the container when I'm done. I can just pack the bag out. So let's give this a shot. Looks like it's all dehydrated. Looks good. See it? That's pretty good. No, that's gonna be a good supper. Cheers, guys. Okay, so I just finished my supper. It was really good. That dehydrated food is not bad. I don't usually have that. I've actually never had it. In the military, it was all pre-done. There was no water to add back in the day. Now it's all dry stuff, but yeah, it was really good. A couple things to note though. I think there was like 4 servings, so I ate as much as I could, but there's like literally 3/4 left. I got it hung in a bear bag, and maybe I'll have it tomorrow for breakfast. But that was a lot of food, so might want to think twice about maybe bringing that whole thing. If I'm only having one meal, maybe open it up and then split it into 4, put it in a freezer bag, and then bring it, and that's probably way better. Secondly, so this cup with the handles like this, burnt the handle pretty bad, because I'm gonna have to take this rubber off when I get home. And I also burnt my finger. You can see this little welt there, this little blister. So yeah, just a lesson learned. Don't have the handles in when you're cooking. Have them out. It's obviously made to be that way. That was my stupidity, but maybe that'll help somebody out there who hasn't done too much of this bushcrafting. I know better. I just forgot, but that's what happened. I basically ruined this rubber cover and burnt myself pretty good. Doesn't hurt too bad, but still not so cool. So accidents can happen in the woods, and you got to be really careful. One wrong move, and all hell can break loose. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for that. I just wanted to let you guys know what happened. I record the good stuff and the bad stuff, so everybody has a chance to learn, as well as myself. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, I've had supper. All the dishes are clean. So I got one beer here. It's Mount Benson. Seeing as my bivouac is in Mount Benson, I guess White Sails Breweries in Nanaimo, BC here, they do Mount Benson. I thought it was appropriate. It's 7% alcohol. It's an India Pale Ale. Now, read their little blurb here. It's kind of funny. Accept the challenge, savor the reward. With endless coastal views and picturesque forests, an ambitious hike awaits demanding adventure and a smile of accomplishment. That's pretty funny. Okay, so taste notes. Medium bodied. This beer offers a well-balanced, clean, malty flavor characterized by its distinguished hop bitterness, delicious aroma of fruit and citrus. And the ingredients are water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. All right. Let's open her up. When you're opening up a bottle with a knife, make sure this is wide enough that when you're opening it up, you don't cut your finger on the blade. So it's important that you don't use a small blade, because it'll literally, using a small blade, you can actually do this and cut your finger. So make sure it's wide enough, if you're using a knife, that you can open it up. All right. How redneck is that? Here we go. Mount Benson beer, India Pale Ale. That's pretty damn good beer. Yep, that's pretty damn good. I'll have a sip for you guys. I'm totally going to enjoy this. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, just having my beer and relaxing a little bit. Got about, I don't know, 2 hours worth of light left, and that's about it here. Just gonna take you over to the area here that I had gone to previously with the edibles video. I had missed doing the salmon berries because as a moron I had it turned the wrong way, the GoPro. I'm going to turn it around. I'm just going to show you. I'm already here, so I thought I'd give you a quick shot of what these salmon berries look like. So here they are. These are the salmon berries. And basically they're, this is the berry right here. Really tasty. These are what the leaves look like. Most of these are gone because of the birds and the prey that's around here. There's some more bushes over here and over here. It's a fair amount. They kind of go all the way back. If I was to harvest them, I might get maybe a dozen, 2 dozen. Not a lot anymore. There was more, but again, predators have gotten most of it. So I just wanted to let you guys see what these things were and know that they're edible, and that's about her. I just found an empty casing that somebody was firing off rounds or something. But what's really cool is you can use this if there's a bear around or something. I just found this, so I'm going to be using this if I need to. And you can make a whistle just by putting it next to your mouth and blowing. It's actually really loud, and it definitely would scare off any animals. So if you ever happen to be in the woods, and there's casings everywhere, I would imagine. I'm not sure what this is, but yeah, you just put it next to your mouth and blow, and you got yourself a little bit of a bear deterrent or a cougar deterrent or whatever. Or you can get found. If you're lost and you have a whistle and you have found a casing, you can blow on it and get yourself found. So just a little bit of FYI for you guys. Okay, I'm just kind of standing around in the evening here, kind of wasting some time. Let's see what kind of sticking power these spears have that I made. All right, here we go. There she be. We got a tree over here. All right, let's see if we can get this sucker stuck in. All right, that's got some sticking power. Let's see what the knife looks like. These SRK knives are unbelievable. They're only about 30 bucks from AliExpress. That's in really good. Nope, no damage. Huh. SRK. Just go into AliExpress and type in SRK. You get this knife for 30 bucks. Survival Lily has one of these knives, and I think she paid over 100 bucks for it. So yeah, good little piece of info for you. That's stuck in really good. All right. Okay, I thought I'd try a little experiment. What I did is I grabbed this huge trunk here, and I hit the ground a bunch of times. And this little guy came out of the ground. He's trying to go back in now. But there's a lot of fat and protein in those things. And if all you need to do is whack the ground with one of those and wait for these to come up and grab them, with a little bit of effort, you could grab enough of these things to have a significant meal. Now, with worms, you have to put them in water and leave them there for about 10 or 15 minutes to let the earth that's inside them purge out. But once that happens, you can fry them up and they're good to eat. But yeah, it took about 3 minutes of whacking the ground with that, and this little guy showed up. So something to think about if you need fat in your diet and you're in the woods and you can't find anything. That's the way to do it. I just want to do a little bit of a review on, not much of a review, but just show you guys a little bit about a couple of trees. The coniferous bearing trees here, or the coniferous trees, the cone bearing trees, there's pitch on these trees, and that's something you can start a fire with. But looking at this tree, there's not a lot of pitch on here, or so it seems. You see these YouTube videos where there's white pitch is dripping off of the trees, but with this one here, just going to grab my knife. You can see there's this black area here, 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 and it's throughout the entire tree. And this stuff, this is like better than fatwood. This will light like nothing. It's incredible how easy it is to get this. This here would light for a really long time and really hot, and it's throughout the tree. So when you go up to a cone bearing tree, don't think you're going to find all the time this, you know, sap dripping from it look for those signs, and you're going to be able to start a fire in the rain, no problem. We're going to go over to this tree here. This is where I do my processing for my wood. And this tree here looks exactly like a birch. It has the little striations, just like a birch, but this is an alder. How do you tell an alder from a birch? Well, it's actually quite simple. You see how you have these little V's here? Right here? And they're throughout the tree. It's almost like the skin is too big for the tree, it almost looks like. It's kind of hanging off. Alder is the only one that has this. Birch does not have this at all. These striations are exactly the same for both. The color is the same for both. But the difference is that alder has this. So if you're looking for a fire starter tree, alder's not the one you want. Birch is the one you want, and you can tell the difference by these telltale little hanging skin things. So there's a couple of things for you guys to take a look at when it comes to some of the trees in the area to be able to start fires, using pitch for one and finding birch and not alder for another one. Okay, that's pretty much it for that. Okay, for those of you who are not familiar with how to tell time with the sun, which sounds, you know, kind of pompous, but it's really easy to do. I'm going to spin you around, and right now the sun is right there. The horizon is there, and I know the sun sets at 9:10. Now every finger is 15 minutes, so that's, where is it? Right there. So that's 1 hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So it's around 7 o'clock right now, and the sun will be from there to there, be about just over 2 hours to set. So I know what time it's going to be dark. If I needed to do anything before it's dark, I know exactly how much time I have. Just a little FYI, I'm sure most of you guys know that procedure. You've seen it probably a million times. But for those of you who don't, it's really handy. It's just 1, 2, and a little bit. You're looking at 2.5 hours of sunlight left, and then it's going to be dark. So whatever you have to do, you want to do it within 2.5 hours. If you have to build a shelter, you have a couple hours to do it in. Just a little bit of information for you. Those of you who know how to do it, never mind. But those of you who don't, it's a good piece of information to have. Hey guys, it's getting pretty late. I don't know if you can see me really good or not. The light's getting pretty bad, but I just wanted to show you one more thing. I just keep wanting to show you guys stuff because there's so much to show you. But these horsetail plants, I'm just going to bring you down here. Okay, these things here, I told you they're really edible, but a really neat aspect to them, and let's break this off here, is the fact that you can get huge amounts of water. You can eat these, of course. You can just boil them up and eat them. But the amount of water that you can get from these things, you see, there's like, it's soaked in water. And if you're wanting water, if there's no stream around, there's a stream here, but just say there's no stream, you could chew these, and I'll bet you 9 or 10 of these chewed would be enough water to make you satisfied if you were thirsty. You can crush them up, I would imagine, and get the water of them. But you literally just, there's so much water in these. Like, you can feel it's almost like it feels almost like celery. Like, you see how wet my hand is. There's huge amounts of water. So something to think about if you have these in your area, which if you're in North America you definitely do, and you need water and there's no water source around, crush one of these things up and get the water out of it. There's massive amounts of water in these things, and also very edible. Really good for you, tastes great, and yeah, a little tidbit of information on my overnighter for you guys. That's about it. Well guys, sun's going down. I'm going to spin you around here. There she is, behind the tree there. About another hour or so, and it's going to go down. I just want you guys to take a look at how beautiful the forest is with the sunlight. Look at that. This is what it's all about, guys. This is why we do bushcraft. Just amazing. All right, talk to you guys in a bit. So it's going to be dark pretty soon. Pretty much the end of the evening. I changed my hat from the previous one to this one. It's got an LED light, which is kind of cool. But one of the things that I did to make it even better is inside you'll see this patch right here and this patch right here. I have extra batteries gorilla taped on the inside. They're 2032s, which is the kind of battery, and if the battery runs out, I have extra batteries in here. It doesn't affect the comfort whatsoever. That's on the top part, but yeah, if the battery runs out, I am good to go. So just a little tip for you guys: if you have one of these kind of hats and you're worried about the battery going, just gorilla tape a couple of batteries in the inside, and you're good to go for days. All right, bud. Talk to you later. Hey guys, there's something I wanted to mention to you. Just sitting down on this X pad here. This pad is amazing, by the way. When you sit down and you have a knife on your side, those of you guys done bushcraft, you know, if you haven't got it hooked to your leg, you're sitting on your knife constantly. The whole little strap thing going on, I'll undo it here. This strap, it's not a matter of being cool or looking cool or whatever, but when you hook this onto your leg, I'll just hook this on here. This is an elastic strap. I got it at the dollar store actually, but when you have it hooked to your leg, it stays this way, so when you sit down, you don't sit on it. If you didn't have that and you go to sit down, it you can see how it will hit what you're going to sit on. It's really a pain in the butt. So it's really handy if you have a rather large knife, which when you're bushcrafting you want at least one of those. Hook it onto your leg, and this way it stays on your leg, and when you sit down it stays this way and not this way, and it's not such a pain in the butt when you're trying to kneel down or sit down or whatever. It's really handy. I have mine as a elastic with Velcro. Some people have a non-elastic but with a belt buckle, and you can just kind of snap it on whatever you want, one way or the other, but way handier than than just having it dangling on you. So just not a little tidbit of info for you guys, and I'm going to be relaxing a little bit now. In about half an hour or so I'm going to start watching my Netflix video and relaxing and calling it a night. So I'll see you at that point and let you know what I'm going to watch on Netflix. Hey guys, so the sun's just about to go down here, and an interesting piece of trivia: the SRK knife, this guy right here, happens to be exactly 2 hands worth of space. So you could actually take this knife, place it here, and see where the sun is, and you have 1-2 hours left of sunlight. So kind of a neat little piece of trivia here for the SRK. This is actually 2 hours worth of space when it comes to how much sunlight there is left. So place it here, got 1-2 hours left. How cool is that? Well, I'm just going to have a little more cedar tea, I think, and while I'm having that, I'll watch a little Netflix. You notice I have this on. Mosquitoes they're not really bad, but I want to make sure I don't get bit. There's nothing worse than having a bite and you're scratching all night. So it's around my neck. Got my hat on, long sleeves. It's not a hassle. They're not like buzzing around, but there's the odd one. If I need to cover myself up, it's pretty easy to do. It's a matter of covering it up. I don't need to really do that. They're not that bad, but the odd one's coming by and kind of trying to get me. So I have some bug spray on. But yeah, that's just relaxing here. I'm sitting in my lounger, sitting back, headrest, just chillaxing. The sun's going down, just enjoying the peace and quiet. Over here, got the cedar tea on. It's the same cedar from last time. You can do pretty much 2 batches with the same one. And then once that starts to boil, then we'll let it sit for 10-20 minutes, just like last time. No biggie. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. Getting ready to kind of hunker down for the evening. The birds have stopped chirping, and there's no noise from the bucks that are out there. My concern tonight, of course, is if I hear thrashing in the woods, I'm not going to be able to see if it's a elk or a deer or a bear. I'm going to have to assume it's a bear, and it might be a little bit of a restless night, because if they're out there, I got to be up and ready. I got to be armed and be able to protect myself. So it should be interesting. Hopefully there's nothing. Hopefully they're all gone and they're not going to come back until tomorrow morning, but we'll see how it goes. So next time I see you, I'm going to be watching some Netflix. Okay, so when I burnt the holder on the fire, I also burnt my glove. Made a pretty big hole in it. So what I'm doing to repair it is I put this fork inside here. I've already done pretty much most of it. I just want to show you what I was doing. And then it's a pretty good hole here. So I got some paracord. Set her on fire. Got the liquid going. Put out the fire. And then just basically built plastic on it. So you got a pair of gloves that are no longer. Okay, I'm not sure how much you got from the GoPro. It's the capacity is full, so I can't put anything else on the GoPro, so I'm using my cell phone now. But I was repairing my my glove, which got burnt and had a major hole in the hand right here. And what I've done is I've used the paracord and burnt it, and used the liquid paracord and actually repaired the glove. It doesn't look good, but it's completely sealed, and it's a way of repairing anything that's nylon. You can repair it with paracord and your lighter, just little bits at a time, and just rebuild whatever hole happened to have happened, whether it's a tarp, tent, clothing, or gloves like this. Just another FYI for you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, so I'm just gonna have my cedar tea here. Sit here again, got to stop doing that. Still got nice steaming cedar tea, and I'm gonna watch some Netflix. Next time I see you, I'll be ready for bed. It'll be dark, and that'll be my second last video of the night. So until then, I'm going to enjoy a nice video and enjoy my cedar tea, enjoy the rest of the evening. No more videos until bedtime. I'm just going to enjoy myself. So I'll see you guys at that time. Okay, so I just finished watching John Reacher, which is a movie on Netflix. Just relaxing, and I'm in this recliner chair thing going on. Don't know if you can see it. Can't really tell, but I'm just relaxing here, really comfortable. I got the pillow in the back, and the foam mat. This is not unlike being in my living room on a recliner chair watching a movie. The whole point of this is when you're bushcrafting, you don't have to suffer. That's the whole idea behind my YouTube channel, is everything I do it so that I'm comfortable. When you're, in the woods, you can be comfortable. You can enjoy yourself. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to, make do. It's nothing tough about that. My sleep system, very comfortable. My cook system, very simple. My seat, comfortable. My clothing, comfortable. you know, the table is up high and comfortable. I don't have to bend down. I process wood in a way that's not stressful. The whole thing can be fun. You know, if you're a bushcrafter and, you know, if you're in your 20s, learn from this. If you're in your 40s or 50s, you can go out and bushcraft and not be uncomfortable. Your back doesn't have to be sore. You don't have to be cold or hot. You know, I've been out here all day. I'm comfortable. I'm not cold or hot. I'm full. I've enjoyed a movie. I had a beer, cedar tea, and I'm about an hour away from going to bed in a really comfortable bed system. I'm not going to suffer. I'm not going to be up all night. I'm not going to wake up tomorrow morning with a sore back. This is the way you bushcraft. You don't have to suffer. So, just an FYI for you guys. You know, this is what this channel is all about, is doing things a little bit differently, so you know, you can enjoy being out here, enjoy the woods without without suffering at all. All right, next time I talk to you, I'm going to be getting ready for bed, and I'll see you then. Well guys, it's pretty much my last video for the evening. I got my tarp down by the bed. I have my crossbow ready to go. I have my spear set up beside the bed and my knife right here. So we're all good safety wise. Got my shoes right next to the tarp when I have to go to the bathroom. And it's pretty much time for bed. So I will see you guys in the morning. All right. Yeah, it's around 10:30, 11 o'clock. And for the last 10 minutes there's been automatic gunfire in the distance. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll be quiet for a second so you can hear it. The odd thing is that in Canada you're not allowed to have any weapons with more than 5 rounds. And this is automatic gunfire. It's been going on for a fairly significant amount of time. It's weird. I don't know if it's this microphone's picking it up, but it's still going on. Very odd. 10 minutes of automatic gunfire. With that frequency, it's over 1,000 rounds. Very weird. You guys picking this up? Anyway, I just thought I'd let you guys hear that if you can hear it. Okay. Good morning, guys. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. Had an amazing sleep. The pad and the sleeping bag turned out to be a good investment. Slept really good and not sore or tired or anything else. One of the reasons why I'm doing this video right now is I'm going to show you, this is really early in the morning and there's dew on the ground, and this is when, if you're in a survival situation, you harvest the slugs to eat. I know it sounds disgusting, but people are trying to find these things in the middle of the day. You know, you can, but now is the time to do it. So I'm going to show you, I don't know, in this little area here, see how many I can find. So let's go for it. All right, so we got this little guy. He's right on my chair. That was easy enough to find that guy. Alright, let's head over here. There's one right here. There's one. And another one here. There's one right there. There he is, making his getaway. Let's see here. There's one here. There's a little guy. There's another one. Anyway, they're everywhere. What is that, half a dozen in about 30 seconds? These things are just everywhere on the forest floor in the morning. And you can harvest these. These have some fat in them, which is something that's necessary for survival. The stinging nettles have protein and carbohydrates. You put these together and you got a sustainable diet, at least for a little while. It's disgusting, but in a survival situation, these little guys will save your life. So, okay. Second cup. This jacket that I'm wearing here, it's actually an inner lining to a Canadian combat jacket. Very warm. When we were in the military, we all just wore these. When we woke up in the mornings, they're comfortable, nice and warm. They're not restrictive. Hey, speaking about slugs, a little thing to remember when you get up in the morning to go to the bathroom, always check your shoes. I got up last night and I remember thinking, oh, my socks are nice and dry. I put my shoes on to go to the bathroom and I feel this really wet feeling on my left foot. So I just go to the bathroom because I had to go so bad. I come back, take my shoe off, and there, tucked into my shoe, was a slug, or what was left of a slug. So that took a little bit of cleaning out in the middle of the night. So yeah, check your shoes before you put them on when you go to the bathroom in the woods. Okay, just just an FYI. Well, guys, that's just about it. Got the pack all packed up, as you can see right there, and I'm gonna do a last cedar tea and then I'm gonna get heading, I suppose. It's been amazing. This has been relaxing, other than of course the bear scare and the automatic weapons fire at 10 o'clock at night. But other than those two things, very relaxing. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have learned a couple of things. And if you like this video, tell everybody about them, about it and them, the other videos as well, and get them to subscribe. There's nothing more exciting than in the morning you check your channel and there's one more subscription, or two more subscriptions, or there's 100 more views. It's actually pretty exciting. Those of you who have a YouTube channel know what I'm talking about. I don't know. It's just, I guess you got to get addicted to seeing the likes and the subscriptions and the amount of views. But anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Vancouver Island Bushcraft.